Okay, that was a really good episode of Fionna and Kate. Even though it didn't really have Fionna and Kate, it had Simon, whose life was already sad from his backstory to begin with. But this episode, of course, he would feel this way. He does the same. He lives his life in a museum as an exhibit, as his job, doing the same thing day in and day out of the world he came from, because he came from a different time and he could only handle this existence when he was essentially crazy. So now he just does this, made a little kid cry because they enjoyed his old work when he was Ice King and drinking at the bar. Where he runs into Finn, and one of Jake's kids. Finn is trying to talk to him, but it's only depression here. But then Finn takes him on an adventure to try to make him feel better. But really, you see, it's just an avoidance thing. Because if you watch like the special where together again, you can tell this is definitely where Finn was before that together again thing. His version of help was avoidance, essentially. Keep him occupied so he can't think about the bad things. Don't be sad. Don't think about the sadness. Just fill your time with something else, which doesn't help. Simon basically almost got killed multiple times. I mean, they always kill things back in the old show, but now they have license to have like a little more blood, which was nice touches, not too much, but you know, you can tell Finn is like he's all right, but he's cool, but he ain't all right. I mean, he has some level of acceptance, but not really. And then Simon just doing some stuff he shouldn't be doing, and he gets back to the place, and it was choose. I'm pretty sure it was choose goose. I forget how the name went, but you know the goose, and he was really just messing with Simon. I mean, also the phone call he had with Marceline, trying to get a tattoo, which made me think of Teen Wolf when he was trying to get a tattoo and then kept healing. That was cool, but Simon misses Betty, tried to bring her back, and it ain't worked until. And then Primo's, I'm pretty sure it was Primo, remote added a new button, but also Kate came out of his head, still a regular cat. And I didn't realize, just thought of it at the end of the episode when he was talking about how he couldn't connect with the cake in them anymore, even though everybody started liking his book because he isn't Ice King anymore. But I think the reason makes sense for the first episode. The reason Kate and Fiona's life was the way it was is because Simon was no longer crazy. So their lives became as mundane and depressing as his to a certain extent. But that's all changing now. Besides the multiverse, but essentially it's still all in his head. And because of who he is now, it changed their world. And now Fiona's dreams are essentially the dreams that Simon used to have when he was Ice King. But things are about to get crazy now that Cake is here and still looks like a regular cat, but it was Choose Goose. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Great episode though. Can't wait to see where the next episode goes.